We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last.
Chicago police just put together a new evidence file they're calling the End of Dake. Inside, there's supposedly enough proof to lock him away for life. The shocking part? It even includes claims that he betrayed King Von. As crazy as that sounds, everything the file lines up to perfectly. Among the evidence were direct statements from Vonnie's father.
I'm going to give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm going to tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was the exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right here.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? Yeah. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before he got.
Academics later pressed Vonnie's father, asking why Durk would even want Von gone. The police pointed out that at the time of Von's death, both he and Durk were tied up in the same case. That case ended quietly with a private settlement. This raised suspicions that Durk may have struck a deal with the feds, pointing the finger at King Von to save himself.
Why would Durk want Von?
Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table and I pass you up? Don't nobody want their cheap spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. Dude was he was signing the boys. He was Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was
come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He had a public defender."
That's when a tweet went viral. If Vonnie's dad is really saying Durk had Von taken out, then it makes sense why Durk always hops on IG Live right when someone close dies. The tweet highlighted how Durk went live immediately after Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck were all killed. Even the police files mentioned Durk using IG Live as a real-time alibi, showing he was online whenever murder went down. Vonnie's father, furious that his son turned federal, doubled down, tweeting, Vonnie's dad exposes that Vonnie set up Lil Pab and King Von's deaths.
Oh no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages, like that's.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
Cause that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to, and this, that, and and with me saying Von, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words on Von?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Von name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Von. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated Lil Pab. You orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
Coming from the street, Vonnie's father has a code. If you snitch, you get exposed. He didn't hold back, but his revelation could leave Durk carrying the full weight of it all. Soon after, news broke that Durk's sister-in-law publicly called King Von's cousin, Ottavani, a rat in a federal murder for hire case. Court records later confirmed Ottavani was no longer in Bureau of Prisons custody, suggesting he was out, likely on house arrest. With a phone in his hands, Ottavani texted his father, admitting he went federal. He told him, "Yeah, I'm working out a plea on a 32. Max's life. But with points off for early plea and no record, I could cut it down to 5 to 7 years. Trial would crush me. I can't risk ending up like the others." By the others, he was referring to Jam, another snitch in the same case who ended up facing serious consequences.
Really? Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
Around this time, Lil Ted was arrested at a corner store with a firearm in his waistband. As cops dragged him to the station, he broke down crying, promising, "I'll tell you everything about the murders," hoping to dodge jail time. But it was already too late.
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
I swear to God, I think I will tell you, please, I swear, please.
Locked up in his holding cell, Ted couldn't stop sobbing. All he wanted was a chance to sell out his own people, the very guys he knew had dirt on their hands, just so he could walk free.
Wait, hold on, you gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man? We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright? We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a buzz for prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
Since Ted shared the same last name as his older brother D, many thought D was the one snitching when paperwork surfaced. But in reality, it was Ted. Families tied by blood, Ted, D, and Vonnie, were now all tangled in betrayal. Most likely, their families sat them down, pushing them to save themselves rather than ride for the streets. Situations like this are common. Family ties run deeper than street ties. While they flipped to lighten their own sentences, Durk was left to carry the fallout. Not long after, reports surfaced that Durk was in a fight inside jail. Lil Baby even tweeted, "Don't care about nothing else right now but Durk. Free bro." Then, as if the streets were confirming it, news hit that Durk's day one homie Glee had just been killed in Chicago.
Shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f***ing shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
That same day, Durk's jail fight made headlines. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim popped up in interviews. Both pushed the same message, insisting they wish things had gone differently.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that. It could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Two of Durk's biggest rivals, giving interviews on the exact same day, wishing him well. It didn't sit right with fans. Some brushed it off as coincidence. Others believed it was all smoke to cover something bigger. What made it stranger was that Durk was rumored to be close to release at the time, with his lawyers making a strong bond offer the judge couldn't easily refuse.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
During that hearing, prosecutors shocked the courtroom by throwing out their own evidence. They even read it out loud. "We're dismissing the lyrics from Told Me as evidence." The same day, they showed the judge a news clip of Quando yelling no on a sidewalk. Fans couldn't help but question the timing.
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
On the surface, it looked good for Durk. Evidence against him was being scrapped. But the way prosecutors pulled the move right as a bond decision was near seemed like they were playing dirty. Everyone knew the judge would keep that in the back of his mind. Even Charleston White chimed in, furious at the idea of Durk getting out.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
Meanwhile, Durk's lawyer, Drew Findling, revealed the case against his client was crumbling fast. With lyrics now off the table, prosecutors were left scrambling.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for the through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
Findling mocked the Fed's entire case, saying it was a joke from the start. All they had were his lyrics, and now they don't even have that.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ack. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
It really looked like freedom was near for Durk until the feds pulled another stunt. They told the judge that if Durk wanted bond, he'd have to give up everything, all his money, all his property. They argued he could use his fortune to put hits on witnesses.
No bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label, and ultimately Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's going to have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
While the judge delayed his ruling, bad news dropped. Jam, the same guy who once flipped, was tracked down by Durk's crew outside Atlanta. Word spread that he was handled for snitching. Photos of the crime scene surfaced, only fueling the Fed's suspicion that Durk was already using his money to target witnesses.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam got him
put
in
everyone
a
in a jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case, but eventually he flipped.
The files Jam handed over were heavy, over 230 gigabytes of data, including recordings, surveillance footage, and 20,000 pages of reports. He alone had given the feds 200 gigs worth of evidence. And it could have been more if Durk hadn't caught onto Jam wearing a wire during an IG live, whispering into his jacket.
Check on your man, I heard you got his head.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I never having a dare. Architect. Having a who? I'm having a dare. School's out of town.
Durk eventually cut Jam off, admitting during an interview with Academics, "I knew he was gonna flip. That's why I don't even let my closest friends know where I stay no more."
I see from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your cooperate.
You could hear the pain in Durk's voice as he reflected on losing someone he trusted. Jam was the same guy Durk once handed $50,000 to on IG Live.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be my best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the. We're gonna have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the. You gotta watch.
Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta. Everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play. I see from a mile away.
I don't think people realize.
But that generosity backfired. Jam not only betrayed Durk, but also ratted on the people in the background of that live video.
What's his name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him. Get in the milk, bro. Get in the milk so they want me to trick him, bro.
You see that?
Feed
for my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. This too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Not what I want to do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof.
Bro got out what?
You know that
how many you did all?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah. That's your latest bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
The feds traced those faces to an old jewelry shopping video with King Von. It proved they were all close and confirmed they were the same men who later avenged Von against Lil Pab.
Solitary stone.
We just looked at him, man.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money maker stepped in.
Now, with snitches piling up in his case, Durk's future looks grim. Some fans believe he's fighting for his very life. If you're riding for Dake, drop a like and comment below. Do you think he can still beat this?